Everyone, I am Ashwant Kumar. In this video, we are going to see about binary tree traversal. First of all, what is a tree? A tree is a collection of nodes and it is a non-linear data structure which represents the hierarchical data. It is a special form of graph having only one path between any two nodes. It has no loops, no circuit and no self-loops. Traversing a binary tree. Traversing a binary tree is the process of visiting each node in a tree exactly once in a systematic way. There are two types of binary tree traversal: depth first traversal and breadth first traversal. In depth first traversal, there are three types: preorder, inoder, postorder. In breadth first traversal, there is only one level order traversal. Preorder traversal. Here is the binary tree. We are going to write a program to print the preorder traversal for the tree. First, void preorder struct tree star root. Now root values address is passed as the input to the function. 100 is passed as the input to the function. If root of a root equal to 0, 100 equal to 0, no. Condition false, and then it comes to printf statement. Root of data is printed, 100's data 4 is printed. Next, preorder of root of left, root of 100's left is 300. Now 300 is passed as the input to the preorder function. Now root is 300. Now if 300 equal to 0, no. Print 300 of data. Now 305 is printed, and root of preorder, root of left, 300 left is 400. Now 400 is passed as an input to the preorder function. Again it checks if root equal to null, no. And then it comes out and print root of data. 400 data is 7. And preorder of root of left. Now root of left is 0. It comes inside void preorder. It root equal to null. Yes, it true. It returns, and it returns to 300. And then preorder of root of right. 300's right is 800. Now 800 is passed as input to the preorder function. It checks if condition, if root equal to null, no. And it comes print root of data. Now 800's data is 8. 8 is printed. And then preorder of root of left. Now 800's left side is 0. Now 0 is passed as the input to the preorder function. If root equal to null, yes, condition true, return. It returns 100. Now preorder of root of right. Now 100's right is 250. Now 250 is passed as the input to the preorder function. If root equal to null, no. And print root of data. Now root of data is 250's data is 10. Now 10 is printed, and then it move root of preorder, root of left. 250's left 0 is passed as the input, and if root equal to null, yes, it true, and it returns 250. And preorder root of right. Now 250's right is 500. 500 is passed as an input to the preorder function, and in function it comes inside root equal to no, and it prints root of data. Now 500's data is 1. 1 is printed and moves to the preorder. Root of left 0. 0 is passed, and if condition is true, and it will return out. And preorder of root of right, it is also 0. It return out of the if condition. If and the final traversal for the preorder traversal is 4, 5, 7, 8, 10 and 1. Here is an example for preorder traversal. Preorder traversal. First it prints 1. So it is a root, and it goes to left child 2. 2 is also a root, and 2's left child 4 is printed next, and 2's right child 5 is printed next, and after that 3 is printed, and 3's left child 6 is printed, and 3's right child 7 is printed. Finally the preorder for this binary tree is 1, 2, 4, 5, 3, 6 and 7. Inoder traversal. Here is the binary tree. We are going to write a program to print the inoder traversal for the same binary tree. First, void inoder struct tree star node. Now the root address 100 is passed as input to the program the function. If root equal to null, no. in order root of left 100's left 300. Now 300 is passed to the in order function. Now it comes inside the function if root equal to null. Now it moves into next in order root of left. Now 300's left is 400. Now 400 is passed as an input to the in order function, and it checks if root equal to null. No, and it goes to the next in order root of left. Now 400's left is 0. 0 is passed as the input to the in order function. If root equal to null, yes, condition true, and it returns to the 400 root 400, and to print percentage root of null. Now the root is 400. Now 400's data is 7 is printed. In order root of right, now root is 400 and 400's right is 0. Now 0 is passed, and if root equal to null, yes, true, 0 equal to 0, and it will return 300. Now 300 now 300 now 300 root of data is 300. Now 300's data is printed, 5 is printed, and next it moves to the in order root of right. Then root of right is 300's right is 800. Now 800 is passed as an input to the program. If root equal to null, no, condition false, and it comes in print of percentage d root of data. Now the root of data is 800 data is 8. Now 8 is printed, and in order root of right is 0. 800's right side is 0, and 0 is passed as an input to the in order function. Now if root equal to 0, yes, condition true, 0 equal to 0, then it return 100. Now 100 is passed as an input to the function. Now if root equal to null, no, it comes inside, and root of data. Now 100's data is 4 is printed, and next in order root of right. Now 100's right side 250, and 250 is passed as input to the in order function. And in if condition root equal to, it checks here root equal to null, no, and it comes in percentage root of data. Now 250's data 10 is printed. After that, in order of root of right, now the root of right 250's right is 500. Now 500 is passed as an input to the in order function, and it checks if root equal to null, no, and it comes and print root of data. Now 500 data 1 is printed. After that, then root of right, then 500's right is 0, and whether it checks, and 0 is passed as an input to the in order function, and if root equal to null, it returns. So the tree ends, and the final in order traversal for the binary tree is 7, 5, 8, 4, 10, and 1. Here is another example for in order traversal. First, it comes to root is taken, and roots left 2, and the 2's left is 4. Now 4 is the leftmost, and 4 is printed. After that, root value 2 is printed. After that, it comes 2's right child 5 is printed. After that, the root value 1 is printed. After 1, and the right child 3 is left child 6 is printed. After that, root node 3 is printed. After that, 3 is the right child is printed, 7 is printed. So the final in order traversal for the binary tree is 4, 2, 5, 1, 6, 3, 7. Postorder traversal. Here is the same binary tree. We are going to write a program to print the postorder traversal for the binary tree. Void postorder struct tree star root. Now root values address is passed as input of the function. 100 is passed. If root equal to null, no. Postorder of root of left 100's left is 300. Now 300 is passed as the input to the function. If root equal to null, no, condition false. And postorder root of left, then 300 is a root, 300's left is 400. Now 400 is passed as an input to the function. If root equal to null, no. Postorder root of left, now 400's left is 0, Now 0 is passed as an input. If root equal to null, yes, 0 equal to 0, returns a root value of 400, and print of root of data is 7 is printed. After that 0 is returned, and void. Now the 0 is as input for the function. If root equal to 0, yes, it returns 300. Now 300 and 300, and then root of right. Now the 300 is right, 800 is passed as input to the function. If root equal to 0, no, then the root of data 800 data 8 is printed. After that 0 is passed as input to the function. If root equal to null, yes, condition true, it returns 300. Now the root of data 300 data 5 is printed, and then 0 is then 0 is passed as input. Now the root equal to 0, and it returns 100. Now the hundreds right, root of right. Now hundreds right is 250. 250 is passed as an input to the function, and function. If root equal to null, no, condition false, and post order root of left is 0, so root of right is 500. Now 500 is passed as the input to the program. Now the root not equal to null, then root of data. Now 500 data 1 is printed. After that 0 is passed as an input to the function. If 0 equal to 0, yes, it returns 250. Now 250, root of 250 root of data 250 data 10 is printed. After that 0 is passed as input to the function. If 0 equal to 0, return. Now 100 is returned, and the root of data hundreds data is 4 is printed, and the final post order traversal for the binary tree is 7 8 5 1 10 and 4. Thanks for watching this video.